Today's 885th day that I'm here to listen to learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about one more saying, and that is the magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. The magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. Such a master and powerful saying. That means that a lot of times we want some kind of magic change in our lives. And sometimes we know what you need to do, but we just do not do it. And a lot of times it's excuses that is holding us back from really taking action that really makes things happen. So today we'll share 15 10 things that potentially we do not do to really making sure that we are able to execute and really take our life in our own hands. Because a lot of times I think that awareness is the first step to really be able to say, okay, this is the place that I avoid things. Because the longer I avoid, the longer I wait until I will get the things that I want, the magic that I'm looking for. Because the longer you wait, the longer you wait. I love the saying, the longer you wait, the longer you wait. The longer you wait to take action, the longer you wait to get results. So number one is that starting a personal project. So that means that it might be that you want to pursue some kind of project and it's still avoiding. It could be putting and delaying things for different reasons. And it might be said like, oh, I have so much work to do. I'm not able to start my project. And I think that the first thing that you always need to do is like time budget. How much time do you really actually have? How much time do you spend on things that do not really matter? Because a lot of times I know that some people really are actually busy and they have still like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour a day. That means if you start allocating 15 minutes a day or half an hour a day, in a month it will be adds quite a lot of time. I think that it doesn't matter how much you have when you start. What matters is how much you will have later on. So it doesn't matter. We need to start with where we are. Now, a person who potentially says that they are busy, but when you look into their time budget, you can see that in their social media is like 2-3 hours. So it means that you really need to be very, very careful saying that you're busy, because a lot of times saying busy means that you just do not know how to prioritize and you waste time on and spend time, not invest time on things that do not matter. Number two is facing difficult conversations. Facing difficult conversations. This is a very, very, very common thing. Facing a different conversations could be for different reasons. It might be even for career path. You want to leave a job. Maybe you want a greater salary. Maybe you deserve better and you want to earn more. Or maybe you want to really address your boundaries issues with other people. And really, the longer you delay communication and really addressing and have those difficult conversations, the longer you will live in the lifestyle that you have now. So if someone is stepping on your boundaries, that means they will still step on your boundaries until you have that conversation. If you want a bigger salary, that means you will work for a lesser salary until you have a conversation. And that means every single time when you think about like how long do you want to live in this uncomfortable place? Because having a beautiful life is uncomfortable procedure, and having ability to really not delay those difficult conversations will allow you to step forward. And so the magic that you're looking for is in a conversation that you're avoiding. Number three is a learning new skill. Again, this is very, very powerful because a lot of times regarding career, people say, oh, I'm not making enough money. Oh, I just don't like my job. Oh, I don't like my career. Oh, I invested 7 years in my career, but I'm not able to leave it. No, that means that you're able to start developing a skill set. Because it's one interesting thing that I realized that when you are 30 years old, it might be that you are living life on like for 5 years, because like 25 years you were like responsible by someone else. Like it might be that maybe till 20 you were in school, like 25, maybe 23, like you are in college and a master's degree and a bachelor's degree. And then like 25, 30, yeah, you work the job that you thought that you'll be your career. But you realize that this is not your career. And you invested 7 years in this career. And people do not want to really move and avoid really developing a new skill set. But if you're 30 years old, we can start to imagine that we potentially supposed to live till 90 years old. So that means that we live on a third of our life. So if we develop a skill set for the next 5 years, we'll have still How much? 35 minus 90, how much you will get? 60, 55 years of living with a new skill set. It's crazy when I think that when you really look into like how much years we still have to go with a new skill set, we start to invest the time. So the longer you wait to develop the skill set, the longer you need to stay in a job that you don't like, in a career that you don't like. Number 4 is taking on leadership roles. This is very interesting. People want to really have leadership positions. They want to add value, impact people, lead people. But when they have opportunity to take leadership roles, they avoid because they're like, oh, I need just to learn more. I need to read a little bit more books. I need to attend more seminars. I need to develop myself a little more. One of the best ways to develop ourselves is stretch ourselves and stepping in those roles that you do not feel comfortable yet. Because only when you really step in those new shoes, you'll understand what you need and what you need to develop specifically right now. And that you will develop your growth 10 times, hundreds of times, because you know what to focus on right now. Because when you start taking leadership roles, you start realizing what is your weakness, what is your strengths, and it starts really improving the things that you need to improve. Number 5 is confronting procrastination. This is probably one of the number one thing as well, that the magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. So it means that a lot of times that avoiding is coming through procrastination. And we procrastinate on everything. And I think that we need to learn to procrastinate on procrastination. This is a very beautiful thing. That means that I will take action, I'll execute on this task, I will procrastinate a little later. I will procrastinate tomorrow. So when you're able to procrastinate on your procrastination, I think it's much, much easier to really execute because you learn to say to yourself. Because I really love what he said, and I remember who said it, but it's like, every single day you need to just say to yourself, just do it, 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 and just do it, just do it. Because when you intentionally always say just do it, your mind will know exactly that when you need to take action, or when you need to do something, your mind will just say, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I think that's very, very powerful. One of the best ways to deal with procrastination is just really train your mind to really tell you, just do it. Number 6 is working on personal development. I think that's every single person is supposed to work very hard on personal development and not delay that. Because the longer you delay personal development, the longer you wait until you become the person that you want to become. You work towards becoming the best version of you. Of course, it doesn't matter when you start, but the sooner you start, the higher chance to really reach the highest potential. Now, we heard that if you invest at 25, by 75 you will have millions of dollars if you potentially invest properly. If you invest by 35, that means that millions of dollars will become may potentially just barely $1 million, because compounding effect is a massive thing in investment. And I think that when you grow yourself, personal growth and personal development is exactly the same. So the younger you start, the more will compound down the road. So it might be that at the beginning, first 10 years, you don't feel any growth whatsoever. But I think that when you invest in yourself constantly, and that will compound sooner or later. Because I know that my communication skills have improved significantly in the last couple of years, and I know that in next decade will improve and will compound even more, because I know there's so many things to improve. But the more I learn, the more I start to see there's just more things to improve and get better, and I'm more aware of the things that I need to work on. And I think that is very, very powerful when you're becoming aware. Number 7 is taking risks. This is a beautiful thing as well, that every single person needs to take risks in everything. Relationships, massive risk. Massive risk. So that means you need to tell other person how you feel, what you want to have, what you don't want to have. Finances is massive risk. If you want to be massive wealthy, you need to have massive risks. Of course, it depends. It's calculated risks, massive calculated risks. Health. Still, again, you need to take risks, understanding like what kind of routines, what kind of gyms, what kind of exercise it works the best. So that means you need to really take risks. Of course, those risks will not be like detrimental, but you still need to take a lot of risks to understand what works, what doesn't. Number 8 is conquering fear of failure. That means that a lot of times we say that, oh, like one day I will have confidence, one day I will have courage enough to really take action. And we're waiting until those fears potentially will disappear. But those fears will never disappear. So what we need to do? I always say that there is a fear and there is courage. There is fear and there is courage. You don't take action because your courage is much smaller than your fear. Fear will always be the same. Fear will always be the same. So that means what we need to do? We need to increase our courage to making sure that our courage is bigger than our fears, and we will take action, because when the courage is bigger than the fear, we're able to take. Sometimes we'll need to really take action when your courage is lower than your fear. But when you're able to do that, when you're really able to push it through, that means that now you know that your courage will increase drastically, significantly. I have done a lot of times the things that I was massively afraid. And even though I was massively afraid, I knew that will benefit me very significantly. Number 9 is handling finances. This is one of the things that we need to handle. As I mentioned, that in investing, the compound is massive. So the sooner we learn how to invest, the sooner how we learn how to handle finance, the sooner we'll be able to start compounding our wealth. Number 10 is pursuing education. Again, this is part of sometimes we want to change the career path and we pursue one education, but sometimes we need to jump to other education. But the longer you avoid to really go to the other education, after 10 years, you say that, oh, now you sunk even more time and more time in the thing in that you know that it doesn't work. Because a lot of times we know that it doesn't work, but we still stick to that because we just still avoid to take education and skill sets that you learn allows us to have different knowledge, different power to move to a different path. Number 11 is launching a business. I think that this is one of those things that a lot of times people hide themselves at work. So, I just need to gather a little bit more information to really to start a business. Now, I understand some businesses is very, very powerful to go to work employment, to get some networking done, really connect with people for a year or two, really making sure that you build some kind of connections, build some kind of network, and really go after business. But if you have everything, you're already connected, and you're not able to expand yourself in work, why are you staying there? People say, oh, you still need more education, I still need more knowledge, I still need more experience. Most likely not. Because when you have business or your skill sets needs to be communication, leadership, and all the soft skills. While at work, a lot as the only things that you develop are technical skills. So all the things that you developed in the work will not be relevant at the business. So we need to be very aware of what kind of skills will you build, because if you're avoiding a business, that means it will really waste our time. Because we already could potentially live the lives that we want, but because we avoid it, we never live the lives that we want. Number 12 is addressing health concerns. That means that a lot of times we know that something is maybe supposed to be better. Maybe back hurt, maybe like legs hurt, maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter what it is, but like something that you will love to tweak, improve, maybe weight management, hormones management. I don't know what it is, but like we still believe that it will figure out by itself. No, we need to invest. We need to find accountability body, personal coach, courses, books, seminars that really understand, maybe even check our health to making sure that we're able to not avoid it, not to deny it, but to accept that there is something that you need to fix it and go and fix it. Because the faster you fix it, the faster you have more energy, more confidence. Because if you are needing to lose weight, maybe that is hindering your success because it hinders your confidence and self-belief. It's very, very important to really manage your health. Number 13 is repairing relationships. This is, again, very, very powerful. A lot of times people avoid fixing relations because I wait until they will reach out. I think that we are missing on this amazing opportunity to have amazing relationships because we are waiting for someone else to really hand out the hand or say that let's connect. I think that we need to learn, everyone needs to learn how to initiate, how to not avoid, because initiation is one of the best things that separates leaders, separates people who really care and wants things better. Because when you initiate activities, initiate relations, initiate business, initiate change, at that moment you know that life will change, improve, get better. Initiators make life better. Number 14 is completing unfinished tasks. Complete unfinished tasks. So that means, do you have a list of unfinished tasks? And they are going month after month after month. Like, I will do that for sure next month. I will do it for sure next week. And they're just piling up, piling up. I think that we need to really make sure that we put something into not think about list. And if I will have time, I will look at that unfinished list that is not as important. But we always need to have like urgent that must be done, no matter what. I think that this is one of the biggest things that really successful people do is they say that this must be done, and they just go and execute it, and they never finish until it's done. Because when you have a lot of things that you avoid and constantly think about, which is really destroys a lot of times our capacity to think about the things that really matters, because the more things that you have in mind to remember to do it, the less capacity we have to really think about the things that really matters to that allows us to move forward. So the longer you avoid taking action on the urgent things because you avoid with not urgent things, the longer you wait to really live the magic that you're looking for. And the last one, number 5, is investing in self-care. And a lot of times, self-care is for me is so many different things. It's health, it's personal development, personal growth, it's hygiene, it's sleep, it's emotional well-being. There's everything. So that means that the longer you avoid to invest in self-care, the longer you do not have the best relation possible with yourself. Because when you love somebody, you know that you want to take care of them. And that means if you love yourself, you want to take care of yourself. And self-care is important. I think that's when we start to really love ourselves, then other people start to love you as well. Because first thing that you need to love is yourself. And people will follow the lead of you. If you lead other people how to love you, they will be able to do that. So that self-care is very, very important. The longer you wait and avoid self-care, the longer you wait until other people will love you as well and take care of you as well. So I hope that you will really reflect and find what you are avoiding. And like what kind of things that if you will not avoid and will really take an action and execute, what kind of magic you will get out of it when you will take action, execute on that. Because as I said at the beginning, the magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. Such a magical and powerful saying. I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.